because it has this sort of like, oh, it's still hot from when I turned it on a minute ago. It's definitely not as loud as like a... Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today, we're going to be trying this thing. It sounds like a spaceship. So this is the latest invention from GHD, which apparently has been in the works for, I think I read somewhere it's been in the works for 9 years, which is a bloody long time to be working on a hair product. And it is the Duet Style Professional 2-in-1 Hot Air Styler. Quickly transforms hair from wet to styled, as in like wet to straight. Did anyone else as a kid have, or like as a teenager, have those, I think it was Remington, wet to straight straighteners that were basically just straighteners with holes in them, and they would basically singe your hair off. That is the first thing that I thought of when I saw these. However, this is slightly different from that in that it's not just putting straighteners on your hair. It is a hot air tool that is supposed to straighten your hair as it dries, rather than singeing it off. I hope. They had a great ad campaign for it. It really sucked me in, and I immediately ordered one. I will say it is a very expensive hair tool, and as always with every single type of hair tool that I test, you don't need these things in your life. It's a nice luxury to have. Well, actually, I don't know yet. It might be a crap luxury to have. We're about to find out. My hair is naturally very frizzy. It's got a little bit of a wave to it, and yeah, it goes very frizzy normally, so I'm curious to see how this works on my hair. This particular item is £370. They do have a discount on the GHD website, which is where I ordered it from, where you can get 10% off your first order, so it was £341. And then I thought, as I'm getting some money off, I may as well order the, they've got this Sleek Talker styling oil, which was £31.50. It says it's got GHD heat protection in it, so that's great, and it says apply it to damp, towel-dried hair. Let me zoom you in, let's get into it. So I will admit, I did wash my hair about an hour ago now. It's obviously damp, it's not dripping wet. I didn't want to do this on dripping wet hair because I don't know, I just don't think that it's, don't quote me on this, but I don't think it's that great to dry your hair from dripping wet with hot air tools. So I'm just spraying in some of this Beauty Works 10-in-1 Miracle Spray stuff, which I love, but mostly just sort of to re-dampen it. And then I'm gonna take the GHD oil, and it says 2 to 3 pumps. Come on. 6 hours later. Oh. Okay, that's about 3 pumps. Oh, it feels like a bit of a thicker oil, but I've got to say, I do love a hair oil. It smells nice. Just want to make sure that I get these the ends of these little front pieces as well that are currently frazzled. I've used their straighteners for quite a few years now, and to be honest, I don't straighten my hair or like use them that often. I used to use them every day to curl my hair, but at the moment I try to limit the amount of heat that I use on my hair, which is why I was so excited for this, because it's supposedly supposed to get your hair straight. They said with no damage. I don't think it's possible for a hot air styling tool to have no damage whatsoever to your hair, but that's what it claims. Ensure your hair is towel dried before use. Slide the power button upwards to turn on. After a few seconds, you will hear the fan ramp up as it heats up to the optimal low styling temperature for wet hair. Once the light stops flashing and the product beeps, it is ready to use. Okay, cool. Divide your hair, take the first section and place the blah, 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 3 seconds at your roots. And then once your hair is fully dry, it does actually then turn it into a straightener, but you only want to do that bit at the very end. You don't want your hair to be wet at all, because it has this sort of like, oh, it's still hot from when I turned it on a minute ago. That scared the shit out of me. I don't know how well you can see in here, but it's got this sort of like gridded system through the middle, like this bit in here. That's where the hot air comes out of, but then on either side it does have the regular sort of straightening plates, which do actually heat up when you turn it on. However, I did read that it only heats them up to, I think it's 100 or 120 degrees, so not enough to like sizzle your hair, thank God, because I did freak out the first time I ever turned these on and like, why are the straightening plates getting hot? But apparently that is to limit the amount of damage. I mean, very bold claims, guys. It says once the fan has stopped and your hair is dry, you can use the straightening plates, and it says it's an optimal GHD styling temperature of 185 degrees. So you just press this like shine shot button and it just turns them into normal straighteners basically. Make sure you press this one only when your hair is dry. Okay, so I'm just gonna brush through my hair just very gently. And then I'm gonna very professionally section my hair like this. So you just slide up this to turn it on, and then you wait for it to start sounding like a spaceship. It's definitely not as loud as like a... Oh God, okay, it beeped. Oh, it's getting louder, it's getting louder. Okay. Oh yeah, you can feel the hot air. Oh my God, that is so weird. So you're supposed to go over the same section like a few different times until it's dry, basically. Oh, this is so cool. Okay. So you're supposed to hold it at the roots for a few seconds and then drag it down. Oh, okay, cool. Let's try it with a bigger section. You want to make sure that your hair is like fully tangle free. Okay, that's one pass. I'm just going to hold it here for a bit because my roots are still quite damp. You know what? It's definitely not as loud as I thought it was going to be because you can hear me over it and it's not horrific, the noise. It's not as loud as the air wrap, that's for sure. Okay, let's do a third. I don't know why I'm doing it sideways like this. There definitely is some steam coming out. Can you guys see that? Which, I mean, you're going to get steam because it's drying the hair. But, oh my God. Okay, that actually does feel really, really hot now. Ow. It's definitely working. The only tricky thing is trying to make sure that your hair is like perfectly smooth before you clamp it. This bit's kind of almost dry anyway, to be honest. Like this particular end of my hair. You know what? I am pretty damn impressed with that, guys. Obviously my hair's not dripping wet like it's damp, but comparing the difference from this to this, pretty good. Can I turn it off in between, like, the only thing I'm worried about is I don't want it to like overheat while I'm using it, so I'm gonna turn it off, I guess, in between sectioning my hair. But you know what? It actually feels very soft. Oh my God, is this going to be a revolutionary thing? Because I never really straighten my hair that often because I'm worried that it's going to damage it too much. But you know, sometimes when you straighten your hair and it feels really crispy, like it doesn't really feel like that. It actually feels quite soft. I'm really not going to lie, guys. I thought my hair was going to sizzle immediately with this. I don't really understand how it works without damage, because even putting 120 degrees on your hair, like that's still putting 120 degrees on your hair. Do you know what I mean? Like, how can that not damage it at all? I mean, so far it's not fried my hair off, so that's great. I'm going to do this full side of my head first, just so we can like really compare the differences. I shouldn't have turned it off. There we go, there's the beep. Whoa, steamy. Yeah, it feels like it's getting very hot. Like, surely in any instance, that's just not going to be good for your hair, you know? The only thing that I'm slightly worried about is that because this is so big, how do I get up to my very roots at the top? Yeah, my hair does feel very hot. Let's try and get these little, like, frizzy bits here. It's just a bit too big to get to, like, the real, like, tiny little roots. Like, you can't quite get there with it. I have to say, I am impressed with it for sure. However, the ends of my hair, fully dry. The roots of my hair, they still feel a little bit damp even after like holding it there. And also my roots are definitely frizzy. Like I can feel the frizz under here because it's really difficult Like, I don't know if you can see these little sort of like frizzy bits of my fringe here, and also sort of like underneath at the very root. If I sort of, I don't know, section like that, it's very hard to get all the way up to the top just because the actual tool is so thick and chunky. And so my roots still feel a bit damp and they still feel a bit frizzy. I'm just gonna go back over it all. And my fringe, like I'm really struggling with my fringe. Also, because you can't get like really up close to the root, you can't sort of like, it sort of makes it stick out a little bit. I'm gonna have to do my fringe separately because I'm not okay with this. And I don't know whether it's just because my hair is straight. Like when my hair is straight, you can just see so many more split ends. Obviously in my lights, it's looking really shiny because of the, like I've got two soft boxes in front of me. I don't know how well you can see that. You can definitely see that my roots aren't perfectly smoothed out. In the meantime, this side is sort of like semi-dried. So let me just go re-dampen this. Like, what the hell is going on here? This looks like I've been electrocuted. I'm just gonna go back over mostly the roots to try and smooth them out a little bit. Yeah, this is as close to my root as I can get with it. Right, let's move on to the other side. It definitely gets hotter on the bits of hair that are more damp. A lot of steam starts coming out of it, which feels like it's getting like, at my roots, it's getting really, really hot. Which I guess is how it dries your hair, but I'm just very skeptical that there's no damage. Also, I kind of thought maybe there would be like a smell of burning or burnt hair or burnt, I don't know, plastic, but there's actually not. It's just bothering me how I can't get to these really, really curly like root bits. I think I'm just gonna have to let that go. On the bigger sections of hair like this, it seems to go frizzier. So if you want to get the least amount of frizz, I would say take small sections of hair. But then the only downside to that is it then takes ages. Like this is taking a good while. What the hell? Yeah, no, it's not working on these front short pieces. I guess that kind of works, but there's still like at the very root, this tiny little kink there that really is bugging me that I just can't get to. Let's just do the back. They do take a minute to sort of shut down. Wow. First of all, I hate the fringe straight. I mean, I did cut it myself. It looks great when I've blow dried it. Looks horrendous straight. I'm gonna get a haircut by a professional and they can like tidy it up for me. I have gotta say, guys, oh my god, I'm more impressed than I thought I would be because my hair is naturally very frizzy, and when I dry it with my Dyson and try and blow dry it straight, the top of it goes very frizzy. And don't get me wrong, I've still got a bit of frizz. Hang on, let me zoom you in. If I zoom you in another way, like I don't know how well you can tell, there is still definitely a little bit of frizz just like at the very roots where I can't quite get to with this tool. And I've got to say, this bit, like literally just this line here, still feels the tiniest bit damp because you just can't get there because the plates are so big. However, there is, I would say, less frizz in my hair than when I try and blow dry it straight with my Dyson Airwrap like smoothing attachment. And I've got to say, my hair feels soft. Like it actually feels soft. I don't know whether that's the oil that I used. When your hair is straighter and it's not curly, obviously it's going to feel a little bit more sleek because it's not got the curliness and the frizziness. I'm amazed that it's fully dried my hair without any like weird greasy looking patches, which I sometimes get when I blow dry my hair straight for some reason. And I put quite a lot of product in it. It feels really nice, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, I've missed a bit at the back that still feels a bit damp. But I don't know, actually I've got no idea what it looks like from the back because I can feel that I've missed a little bit up here that feels a little bit frizzy looking. Frizzy looking? Frizzy feeling. But there is clearly some great technology that goes into this because my hair doesn't feel fried. I mean, it's definitely straight, isn't it? And this is just with the hot air function. I'm sorry, GHD, I don't believe that this has zero damage because it definitely does get quite hot. It feels really hot now. And obviously the straightening function, I'm sure they don't claim that that bit doesn't cause damage because straightening your hair causes damage, as in like the shine shot function, but I don't believe that there's zero damage here. Obviously less damage than if you were to blow dry your hair and then straighten it. I am happy with that because it's like with the Dyson as well. Like even with the Dyson, there's not no damage. It's still blowing hot air on your hair, which is still going to cause some damage, you know, just not as much as other extreme heat tools. I've got to say, I'm actually very impressed. I'm not actually going to use the shine shot function because if I do that, it's just me basically effectively using these as a pair of straighteners. I have a pair of straighteners. I know how straightening my hair works. What I'm most curious about with this particular tool is, will this level of straightness last? And is this going to last overnight? Am I going to wake up looking like a mess? And I guess, you know, GHD can't help if I sweat in the night and my hair goes a little bit frizzy, but I am curious to see, like throughout the evening, does it sort of ping back into shape? So that is what I'm so curious to see. But so far I'm actually more impressed with this than I thought I was going to be. The downsides to this, I would say, first of all, it's £370. The second downside is it was actually pretty damn time consuming because you have to take quite small sections in order to get close enough to the root for it to straighten effectively. It doesn't quite reach the roots, so if you have any difficult pieces, like, you know, pieces of fringe in particular, and you really want to get right up to that root, like me, if you have little like kinks or like a cow's lick or little curls or something, I would imagine if you did have tight curls, you'd probably get like an effect where you have like a little bit of a wave still at the root. But I've got to say, if I did want to go for a straight hair look, I mean, I don't wear my hair straight really ever, but if I was going to, I would definitely use this again, and then I probably would just use like a round brush to do my fringe. But if you like to straighten your hair and you've got a spare 370 quid sitting around and maybe you don't have as frizzy hair than me, then I could see you really liking this. And I've got to say, like, I'm impressed. Yeah, just keep doing that. That's just so fun. It feels so nice. Oh, my fringe looks like a piece of shit. Don't cut your hair yourself. I just wanted to do a little check-in before I go to bed. It has currently been 4 hours since I did my hair, but it is still looking pretty much exactly how it did when I first did it. I feel like this bit at the front, well, I mean, that bit was never perfectly completely straight anyway, but that's got a little sort of kink in it. But yeah, the rest of it is still as straight as it was the next day, and my hair actually stayed pretty straight overnight. Like, the lengths of it all did. The only bits that haven't really stayed straight are just these front pieces, mostly just this bit here and then this one as well at the top, but I never could fully reach those anyway. We've got like a tiny bit of a wave starting to form on this piece, but it's still relatively straight, I would say. It's actually now been 2 full days. Today is Friday. I filmed this on Wednesday, and this is what my hair is currently looking like. You know what? I'm still actually pretty impressed with it. Yes, a little bit of wave has come back, mostly on this side, and it's always like this little piece that for some reason always goes a little bit more wavy quickly, maybe because it's a bit shorter. But in terms of how smooth my hair is, obviously this bit is still annoying me, but the rest of it, like underneath, usually these bits would be the first to go really curly, but it's actually not too bad, you know. Oh, there's James in the background. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with the level of smoothness of it still. Pretty good. So there we go. That's my first impressions on the GHD Duet style 2-in-1 straightening hot air tool thing, whatever it's called. Do I think it's perfect? No. Would I use it again? Yes, but probably not super frequently. But I can see though, like if you straighten your hair all the time, this would probably be a very handy tool to have if you want to reduce the amount of damage. So I really hope this video was helpful. If you did find it helpful, please give it a thumbs up. If you like me kind of testing products, feel free to subscribe. I do this a lot, and if there's anything else that you want me to test, actually let me know down below. I hope you guys are doing good, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.